Today we shall take the last part of the reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. And as you know, it is also known as sexual reproduction is also known as amphimixis and syngenesis. Okay, but we can call it sexual reproduction. So it is defined as the development of new individuals by formation and fusion of male and female gametes. Okay, and now let us talk about the types of sexual reproduction. So it depends, either it is based on the sources of fusing gametes, or it is based on the structure of fusing gametes. So first of all, we take up the sources of fusing gametes. So it is classified as endogamy and exogamy. So endogamy means fusion of male and female gametes from the same parent. So as in case of tapeworm, you will male and female gametes are found in the same tapeworm. It is also called as uniparental. And on the other hand, exogamy, it is fusion of male and female gametes from different parents. It is also known as biparental, as you have seen the many mammals. So take the example of guinea pig and rabbit, and even the human being, where the two parents are there. Now let us talk about the based on the structure of fusing gamete. So it is isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy, and hologamy. So first of all, we take up isogamy, where the fusing gametes are morphologically similar and maybe physically different. Maybe one can move, one cannot move. So it is morphologically, it looks like the same, male and female gamete. You can't differentiate on the basis of morphology. The best example is Chlamydomonas, that is Guinea. And another example is another type of anisogamy, where the gametes differ in sizes, as in case of red algae, and though one is larger, female gamete is larger, and male gamete is motile as well as smaller in size. And in case of oogamy, the female gametes are larger and non-motile, but the male gametes are smaller and motile. And you can see it on all the hair plants and animals. Now another type is hologamy. In what happens, the entire organism acts as a gametes, as in case of yeast. The entire yeast is unicellular, converted into act as a male or female gamete, and the fuse. This is called as hologamy, where the entire thallus, entire organism is fusing, act as a male and female gamete. Okay, now let us talk about the events of sexual reproduction. So it is of three types: pre-fertilization event, fertilization, and post-fertilization event. So first of all, we take up pre-fertilization event. That's it. That is first of gametogenesis, and second is gametic transfer. So normally the gametes are formed through meiotic cell division, and the gamete may be isogamete and maybe haplogamete, so as the case may be. So now regarding the transfer of gamete, it may require water, and as in case of algae, bryophyte and pteridophyte, where the sperms, male gametes are motile, provided with the flagella, and it can swim in water to reach the egg. Now in case of pollination, it takes place by pollinating agent, and in case of all the flowering plants. And the last one is animal copulatory organ to transfer the sperm. And as in case of birds, reptiles, and mammals, where they have copulatory organs through which they can transfer the sperm through the female. Now let us talk about the fertilization. It may be external fertilization and maybe internal fertilization. So external means out, outside the body requires the water for the fertilization. In case of bony fishes and amphibians, the fertilization is external. Though both the egg and sperm are released in the water, and the fertilization takes place externally. Or in case of internal fertilization, the egg is retained inside the body and required a copulatory organs to transfer the sperm. Same example is case of the birds, mammals, and even the human being. Now come to the post-fertilization event. So the first step is development of zygote. Zygote, as a result of fertilization, it leads to the formation of zygote. So there may be different types of life cycle depending upon the development of zygote. It may be haploidy, where the haploid phase is dominant in case of algae and fungi. In case of diplontic life cycle, in case of higher animals and plant, where the diploid phase is dominant in the life cycle. And the another is diplohaploidy life cycle, where the is in case of bryophyte and ophiophyte, where the alternation generation is diplohaploidy type, where the equally divided. Now the next part is embryogenesis. After the development of zygote, the embryogenesis takes place. The zygote undergo mitotic self-division to form an embryo. And after the embryo, development of embryo, animal may be oviparous, egg-laying, viviparous, or giving the life birth to offspring, and the oviparous, both. And in case of shark, the egg may be retained, and after that, after some time, it is hatched and gives birth the life individual. So in case of plant, may form the seed, and which remain inside the fruit. So in case of, now you have taken all the asexual, sexual, and vegetative reproduction. So we have given you in the slide a comparative account. I have produced the slide in which we will see both the comparative account of both the asexual, vegetative, and sexual mode of life cycle. How they differ from each other. You can have 6-7 points. You can compare. You can have a overlook and comparative time of the. So in this way, finish this chapter, and you have seen the in case of concept map about the three. We will provide you with the original copy when the school reopen after the lockdown, inshallah. And take care. So don't be worried. You have a keep safe, and next time we shall start the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. That's all.